Okay guys, let's try another one of these questions, but let's do one with variables on both sides of the equal sign this time. So again, we have this question here, and we're always going to start off with our same basic rules again, and our first one is get rid of that subtraction at the very top. We have the minus 3, we're going to change that to plus negative 3. That's all good, that's all good, and on this side it's good too, so we actually don't have a lot of subtraction to do on this question. We're then, once we've gotten rid of the subtraction, we're going to want to get rid of those brackets. Again, all we're doing right now is simplifying the question. We're not trying to solve it. The 4 is going to go inside this first bracket and this second one. The negative 3 is going to go in this one, and then the 2 is going to affect the x, and it's going to affect the 2, and that's all going to be multiplication that we end up having. When we work this one out, then we end up getting 4x plus 8 plus negative 3 times x is negative 3x plus negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 is equal to 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 2 is 4. So what we've done now is we've gotten rid of those brackets, we've done all the expansion, and this is so important to do this subtraction here, because if we didn't, we'd be putting a positive 3 into both of those. But because we got rid of it, the negative 3 is now going to go into both, and it's going to make both of those negative that we have. Our third step, and again, we're all just simplifying here, no solving at all, is then going to be combining those like terms together that we end up having. We end up having our 4x and our negative 3x. That's going to just give us 1x altogether. Plus our 8 and negative 3 is going to give us 5. Is going to be equal to our 2x plus 4. There's no actual simplifying on this side. And we don't combine this side with this side. That equal sign says we're going to keep those two separate, and all we're doing again is just simplifying. Now you can see how I've gone from this step to this step, and all of a sudden our question is a lot easier to solve. Now here's where this one is a little different than maybe the last one that we did, is that now we have a variable on both sides, and we want to get rid of that variable. We have 1x there and 2x on this side. So in order to get one of those, we have to actually get rid of it. And getting rid of something in math is all about subtraction. So I don't want this 2x, so I'm going to minus that 2x out. 2x and negative 2x is going to give us 0 x's, which means we don't have them anymore. And what I did to one side, I got to do to the other side. Put my line underneath to show that I'm done that step. And what I get now is 1x and negative 2x is negative 1x plus 5 is equal to, those x's are now gone, so that's going to be equal now to 4. And all of a sudden we get back to our simple questions that we've had before. So let's get rid of the constant. We're adding this by 5. The opposite of adding by 5 is to put on a negative 5. Positive 5 and negative 5 gives us 0. What I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other side. I'm going to end up then getting our negative 1x is equal then to negative 1, and I'm almost done my question. A lot of people stop right here when they get this negative 1x, but we want to get rid of that because we want x by itself, and to isolate the variable, what we're going to do is, same as before, do the inverse, or not the inverse, but the opposite operation. If I'm multiplying by negative 1, the opposite of multiplying by negative 1 is dividing by negative 1. Those cancel out. Negative 1 divided by 1 gives us 1, or else just leaves with this x. What I do to one side, I have to do to my other side. And my final answer here is going to be x is equal to, there's the bell, negative 1 divided by negative 1 just gives us an answer of 1. Okay, we can go back and check our answer if we need to, but that is the process of solving it. You can see each step. Hopefully you can use that to help yourself out. Good luck.